What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share the video. Hit the join button and become a member. Wow! Members get exclusive content. Hit the bell icon on my channel so that you'll receive a notification every time I drop a video, and you can go and check the video out. Let's get back into it. The situation with Big U. Now, Wack 100 is another one that has been pointing the finger at Big U for some time. He's been pointing the finger at Big U over Nipsey Hussle's unaliving for a while. Remember, I just played some of the interview that he had where he said, see, I've been telling y'all this the whole time. And where he says that a dude from 60s named Fats knocked Nipsey Hussle out, knocked Big U out in front of everybody over Nipsey Hussle, and then a week later, Fats was dead, implying that that Big U was responsible for that. What? Well, why are these dudes saying all of this on YouTube, on the internet? Wack 100 is the OG from his hood. Why is he saying this? I don't know. I don't get it. Is this snitching or what? I mean, let me remind you of some of what Wack 100 had to say.
Oh no, listen. He said a team over there on him about it. Press that man. This is why when I seen DJ Khaled taking pictures with Big U, I knew what that was. That was the old LA shuffle, the old LA squeeze. But he definitely had a problem with it because the move didn't go through him. He's saying, nigga, Nipsey, you can't bring nobody over here without clearing it through me. Nipsey saying, nigga, who is you? You got to remember, Nipsey did a whole diss song on Big U. You heard the song before, right?
Facts, I heard that shit.
Wack, but wasn't Black Sam and Big U already into it?
No, Black Sam was into it because of what he did to his brother.
Okay.
Did he talk about Fats? You know, it's a little nigga named Fats, about 5'6", little fat nigga, about 260.
Both of Fats? The nigga that died?
Hold on. You know what happened to him about a week before he died, right?
I heard something about some weed shit.
No. Fats put Big U on his pockets.
Damn.
Big U tried to take off on Nip, and Fats took off on Big U and set him on his pockets. In front of everybody. A week later, Fats was out of here. I think somebody might have shot him. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, the internet finna be in an uproar about this shit, bro.
But they definitely was not. Bro, he bringing me the shit trying to counterplot on the nigga. This why I'm like, nigga, you the one came over there talking about Wack, this nigga's a snitch. Yeah. As a nigga came over there to get down with Nipsey because Nipsey was fucking his baby mama while he was in jail. Other nigga took the fade for Nipsey. Nipsey didn't want to fade. Nigga named Eddie Boy. Not the Eddie Boy y'all been hearing about. Eddie Boy whooped the nigga. Right? Eddie Boy in jail right now for a body. Right? On the nigga. I'm lying. Yeah, Eddie Boy went to get down with him, and the nigga whooped. Eddie Boy whooped the nigga. He got down for him for Nipsey. Nipsey didn't want to run the fade with the nigga. Right? The nigga come back, kill Eddie Boy. Right? The same nigga that came over here to get on with Nip because Nip fucked his baby mama and they was boys before he left. While he was in the joint, Big U had the nigga on the phone when he talking to the police, and Nip said, if anything happened to me, if I come up dead, cuz did it, and said his name.
And so as you can see, he's talking about, Nipsey said that if I come up dead, cuz did it. And he's referring to saying that he said Big U's name. And yes, it wasn't all over DJ Khaled. It was also over the fact that Nip didn't want to pay his tax anymore. Nip had got too big for the hood, as Charleston White has said. And then they had a personal beef. At one point anyway, Big U and Nipsey Hussle, in which violence was involved. We're going to get into all that again. First, let's get into a woman from LA, from South Central. I think she's supposed to be from 60s. And she's saying, she's also pointing the finger at Big U and explaining why she believes Big U sent Eric Holder to unalive Nipsey, and what everyone in LA was thinking at the time. Let's let her speak. But everyone's pointing the finger at Big U is just what I'm trying to point out right now. And then we will get into the altercation with Big U and Nipsey Hussle as to try to explain why most of these people feel like Big U is behind it. Some people feel like Cowboy is behind it. And again, some people have even pointed the finger at Nipsey's baby mother. We're going to get to the bottom of this. What the fuck we're going to do? We're going to find out who did what. Let's let her speak now.
And Big U said shitty. Oh, off that Black Sam interview. Now, y'all, I don't know, bro. I don't know if Big U said shitty, but when that shit with Nipsey first popped off, when it first happened, everybody in LA thought Big U said shitty. We all thought that. We all did. We thought it was Big U, and then we thought, people was like, no, it wasn't Big U, da da. And then it was like, oh yeah, it was the government. Like, come on now, that's what the world was saying, the government on some weird shit. But all of LA, yeah, we all thought Big U did it. We already felt like it. Cause like Black Sam said, I didn't even watch that interview. I honestly didn't. I saw a couple of clips or whatever. But living in LA, I remember when Big U and Nip got into it because Nip didn't want to be under his label no more. Because Big U was trying to Big U had bought the Crenshaw label, the Crenshaw brand and shit like that. And yeah, basically trying to extort Nip and had him in a fucked up ass deal. So when Nip finally got out of that deal, you know what I'm saying, he went about his way or whatever, and Big U didn't like that. And so they had animosity or whatever. This is just me living in LA, I know this. And then I remember when Nip started fucking with YG, and he had brought YG to the 60s. And when he brought YG to the 60s, I remember Big U was trying to pop shit about it. Like, how you bringing this whoop-de-whoop nigga to the hood, this and that. And Nip peeled out his shirt. And he was like, nigga, I'll get down for cuz whoop whoop. And Nip had to run fades to have YG in the 6-0s. But he did that. But Big U was trying to give him a hard time because Big U was mad that he wasn't trying to give him no money. You know? He didn't want to be under that deal no more. So that's what that was. So I remember that. So then when Nip died, because I remember Nip didn't want nothing to do with Big U. So when he got killed or whatever, all of LA was like, Big U did that shit. Big U did that shit. Because who would have known, who would have known, people, you had to be a part of the 6-0s. You had to be in his circle to know. Everybody knew, Nip, if you saw that Maybach on Slauson, that Nip was there. Everybody knew that. We always knew that. Frontlining that, dying over that is crazy. Yeah. But yeah, so everybody knew that when his Maybach is on Crenshaw, that Nip is there or whatever. But like Black Sam said, I seen that clip when he was like, usually niggas be having burners and stuff. That's what, when you live in LA, we all know that it's like, it's always burners and it's like in a spot. That was a spot. So it's always burners up in there, some protection, and it's Nipsey, bro. So you'd be stupid. All in LA kept saying like, bro, why nobody had no burners? Why nobody was shooting back? Why nobody was doing nothing? Like nobody shot back. Nobody did nothing. And that is crazy to have no burners, right? So when we looked at that, all of LA was just like, nah, that was an inside job. Cause there's no way in hell you got Nip in the parking lot on Slauson and Crenshaw, and there's no burners, like at all. So it was like, so did Big U pay all the niggas in the spot not to have the burners? I mean, you know, to be lacking, and it was like, did also on top of sending shitty, cause like how he came the 2 times, he came the first time, he scoped out the scenery. We saw all of that, right? That was very evident, and then. And then he come back in a red shirt to shoot Nipsey. But it's like usually niggas in LA, like in a spot like that, niggas be on point looking at everything. So after the first time he came, niggas should have recognized him. And then seeing him coming back, they should have been like, oh, this is the second time. That's like when a car going around your block. You like, this car just went around the block like twice. And when it come again, that's the same car. Niggas be on that type of stuff. So it's like, I feel like that's why Black Sam don't fuck with none of them, because he feel like them niggas either fucked up or they was in on it. So I get it. I totally get it. But is somebody gonna do something about it? Probably not. Cause they've been talking about that for a long time inside of LA. Y'all just getting a whiff of how Black Sam feel, but he been know who felt like that. That's why he don't fuck with the 6-0s. Ain't been fucking with the 6-0s. That's why he don't sign off on nothing. Nobody trying to use his brother's shit. None of that. You can say that was just a bad motherfucker day. It was a bad motherfucker day. But I don't think it was just a bad motherfucker day. I do think it was something. Cowboy looks suspect in the motherfucker. All them niggas look suspect. That's why Black Sam don't fuck with none of them. They all look suspect. Bro, I'm telling you, like, my baby daddy got killed too. Same kind of way. Like, my baby daddy wasn't like no famous ass nigga or nothing like that. But it was like a bunch of niggas like in cahoots with his death. Feel me? See, yeah, it was one nigga pulled the trigger, but it was actually 2. But at the same time, it was like 15, 10 niggas involved. You had niggas sitting outside scoping the scenery. You had niggas watching, you know, for days, like days on end. So then when the niggas who finally, you know, hopped out and did Johns was these certain 2 niggas, but all y'all niggas was involved though. So that's the same thing with like Nip, bro. I felt like shit. It wasn't just Shitty. Shitty was just the shooter, bro. It was more than that. Like, it was more niggas involved. He was just a shooter. No burners is crazy. That's a fact. No burners on Slauson and fucking Crenshaw is crazy. If Big U was...
Jeez, there it is right there. Y'all hear it. She's blaming Big U as well. She's saying everyone in LA been feeling like Big U did it. They got into it. They had a beef. Shitty. That's Eric Holder's nickname, Shitty. Shitty was just the shooter, she says. But multiple people were involved. And that everyone felt like Nipsey Hussle's death was the result of a dispute that he had with Big U. Nipsey Hussle got too big for the hood. Nipsey Hussle didn't want to be on Big U's record label, etc., etc. Big U, Big U, Big U.
Big U was in on this. That ain't no way Shitty would have give him up. I think that if Big U was in on it, for sure, I think Shitty, I don't know. Cause bro, you remember after that happened, they went and shot up this nigga family house. They wiped out his whole family. Baby mama, granny. Them niggas is dead. Like, they went and did Johns that same day. That nigga peoples is dead behind that. And it's like, most niggas would have been like, I ain't got shit to live for. Shit, y'all killed my people. And if Big U, that's you know, I gotta play devil's advocate. Because if Big U was actually in on it, I would be like, nigga, you paid me or you did whatever, and I did, and I held up my end of the bargain. But now my whole family got killed behind this shit. You couldn't even keep my people safe. You know what I'm saying? Which is stupid, because why would you go kill somebody like Nipsey and then leave your mama and them on the block in the 60s? You supposed to get them up out of there before you even went to scope the scenery. So, you know, like for me, I probably would have been mad and hurt and feeling vindictive. And I probably would have been like, you know what? That nigga put me up to it. Fuck that. I'm just telling you, I'm keeping it real. I don't got shit else to live for. They wiped up my whole family after I did this nigga a favor. I don't give a fuck. He said, I was in the jungles when it happened. Ghetto Bird went up fast. There ain't no way paperwork on shit he ever snitching. There ain't no paperwork. I didn't say he snitched. I'm saying if devil's advocate is they trying to say Big U put him up to it. If Big U actually put him up to it, nigga, after he killed Nipsey, his whole family got killed, wiped out within hours. They were dead. We know this. And so, because they still lived in the 60s. So therefore, if it was me, nigga, ain't no way Big U could have kept me quiet after that. Because I did you a favor or I did whatever the fuck, nigga, and you couldn't even keep my family safe. So, she ain't got nothing else to live for at that point. PC up, nigga. Tell on a nigga. Tell on him. Fuck.
Okay, y'all. And there you have it. Yet another person accusing Big U. But then at the end, she says, she seems to be unsure, because she says if Big U did it, then how come he couldn't keep Eric Holder's family safe? As many of you may recall, hours after Nipsey Hussle was unalived by Eric Holder, Eric Holder's family, most of his family, was unalived. They kicked in the door and unalived his grandmother, sister, mother, baby mother, all kind of people. I had to find out exactly who was unalived, but a lot of people was unalived in response to him unaliving Nipsey. Some of Nipsey's homeboy supporters, whomever, went over there and unalived his family because he was locked up and they couldn't get it, or they couldn't catch up. He wasn't locked up yet. He got locked up, I think a few days later or what have you. But at the time, they couldn't catch up to him. He was being hidden out by a woman, so he went to his family. They were so upset about what he had did to Nipsey, it was all on video, that they unalived a lot of his family. So I guess then the argument is, if he was sent to do it by the 60s or by Big U, then how come they unalived his family after he did it? Which lends credence to the fact that Big U didn't do it, had nothing to do with it. We're going to find out. We're going to get into it. You know, we want to know what happened with Nipsey. There's a lot going on. I'm going to continue to unpack this. There is a lot to unpack. A lot of people are making statements. A lot of people have beliefs about this. We're going to get into what Black Sam had to say, and we're also next going to get into Big U's conflict with Nipsey Hussle, what it was all over. Not just DJ Khaled, not just YG. They had other conflicts as well. As you just heard, she believes part of the conflict was Nipsey Hussle not wanting to sign to Big U's record label. Charleston White says it's because Nipsey Hussle didn't want to pay a $20,000 tax to Big U anymore. And that he had become too big for the hood, too big for the 60s, and that they were jealous and hating on him. People have their own theories as to why Big U sent Eric Holder. But did he really send him? Because again, if he sent him and he runs the Rolling 60s, as people say, then how did Eric Holder's family come up unalived afterwards in retaliation for his death when you sent him to do it? You then turn around and take out his whole family for doing what you sent him to do? Perhaps if you're trying to cover your tracks. That's a lot of bloodshed, though. And so there's a lot of questions to this story and to this situation, to this case. And again, Nipsey Hussle was an important part of the culture, so I'm going to get to the bottom of it. We're going to go inside the story and try to find out what happened to Nipsey Hussle and why. And why are all these people pointing the finger at Big U? I'll get into that in my next video as to why. I'll get into the conflicts that they had. Nipsey Hussle nor Big U dispute the fact that they did indeed have a conflict, and some of it had turned physical. We'll get into it. We're going to find out what happened to our brother Nipsey as we unpack all of this stuff. And in the meantime, stay free, people.